Good evening, fellows. Welcome back again into the weekly market outlook. And I hope you all doing well and enjoying your weekend, enjoying your Sunday, and are getting ready for the next week and preparing for yourself for the next week. All right. So I have receiving lots of requests and lots of questions over my social media sites. Some people are asking me how to join to the group and what they can get after getting into the group. Yeah, what they're gonna get once they're gonna get into the group. So basically, we are active 24/7. So our groups is group running 24/7. Yeah, we are active 24/7. So what we do in our group, we share the ideas, trade setup. So those who are learning are new, yeah, they are part of the group. They learn from the others and from me, yeah, and you know we have a whole stuff over there on our site. Yeah, if you go back to this site, you're gonna see lots of stuff over there. Yeah, so those fellows who joined us, those who join us, they have to go through this stuff first. Yeah, so there are a whole package. Yeah, so almost 1 to 16 or 18 videos are there. So once you're gonna join, you're gonna through these videos. So these videos are just basic concept which we use in our trading. Yeah, this is the basic concept which we use in our trading. And once a newcomer is gonna finish these concepts, they're gonna understand how we trade. Yeah, how we analyze the market, how we look at the charts. Yeah, so once they're gonna understand that stuff, then they're gonna go through the daily meetings which we hold every day at 10 a.m. Yeah, so the meeting we hold every day at 10 a.m. London time, you know that meeting is live, the way we are doing right now. Yeah, but that meeting is completely different from this, because in weekly market outlook we just talk about the basic stuff. We don't talk about the information which is not available freely over there on social sites or on YouTube. Yeah, so once you're gonna finish those videos, once you're gonna get the basic concept, then you're gonna go through all these stuffs. Yeah, there are lots of videos and the daily meetings. So how we have done in our past, yeah, how we have taken those trade setup, the trade setup which we have already seen in past, how we dealt the market. Yeah, so this is the stuff we have done every day and doing every day at 10 a.m. in our in our group. Okay, so we are having stuff on Google Drive as well. Yeah, so lot of stuff is over there on Google Drive as well. So when anyone gonna join, they're gonna get the access to that stuff straight away after joining the group. Yeah. So basically, I'm having a lot of requests every day, and I can't explain to every single guy that what we do and how we are doing into the group. So that is the main reason I'm just telling into this weekly meeting before moving ahead. Yeah, so this is the stuff on the Google Drive. Yeah, so this stuff gonna be for the new fellows, those who are gonna join us. Yeah, so you can see that it is more than it is close to 100 GB over there. Yeah, so daily meetings and a lot of other stuffs over there like books and patrons and something like that. All right, so basically you're gonna get access to this stuff. Yeah, and the stuff we are having on the website, and plus membership of the group. Yeah, the group we are running, the membership of that group, and that's gonna be for unlimited time, not for the month or 2 month or something like that. All right, So going to be for unlimited time. So cost is not like $2,000, $3,000, or $200 or $500 on monthly basis. That is just, one of the, the cost is just, one $500, which is, I think, reasonable for those who are trading with $3,000 or $5,000 or $10,000 account. Yeah, that is not a huge a cost. Okay, so that is one time. I hope those fellows who are asking me, they understand. Okay, so membership of the group, plus access to this material and access to the daily meetings, the meetings we hold every day at 10 a.m. So we talk about the trade setup in that meeting, we talk about the educational stuff in that meeting, and those who are learning and join us recently, they attend the meeting at 10 a.m. Yeah, so they are learning in the daily meetings, they are learning from the package, the training course package, they are learning from the stuff we are having on website. Okay, so that's a lot of stuff. I think one person has to spend almost 5 to 6 months to go through that stuff. Yeah, so we have recorded that stuff in 1 to 2 years. Yeah, so 1 to 2 years, how we have done with the market within that period of time. Yeah, so basically that is the introduction. If you're gonna join, what you're gonna get. All right, so if anyone want to join us one-on-one, then you'll have to select a slot with me. Yeah, so one slot gonna be for 3,000, it's £3,000, and gonna be for 6 weeks, 1 hour every day, 5 days a week. All right, 1 hour every day, 5 days a week. So we have to adjust slot, then we can move on to the one-on-one. And I think that's gonna be costly for newcomers, those who are still learning, not fully active into the market. Yeah, so 500 is reasonable for those fellows who are new into the market. I think they can afford and they can learn how we do in our trading. Yeah, so let's move on to the charts. So you can, if you can even join through the website. You can sign up from the website, and if you don't want that, then you can even contact with me. Yeah, if you go to the register, you can register from there, or even you can contact with me straight away. All right, and we can move forward. So let's move on to the chart. Yeah, I hope those fellows who are asking me questions about the membership or the education, they're gonna understand what they're gonna get. All right, now let's move on to the market, what we may see in the next week, what opportunities we can see into the upcoming week. All right, so we are live on the YouTube as well, and we are live on the Zoom as well. So if you are having any issues on the Zoom, you can watch me on the YouTube as well. All right, so just type it over there, Wave Trader, on the YouTube. You're gonna get the live video over there. So let's move on to the dollar index, fellows. So we are having a longer term downtrend, medium term. You can't see that longer term. Yeah, medium term downtrend over there on dollar index. Yeah. So everyone can see that it is forming pullback and dropping, pullback, dropping, pullback, dropping, pullback, dropping, pullback, dropping. Yeah. So it seems to me another pullback. So we have spoken about that pullback in last week. So we bought that pullback at this area, yeah, when this impulse was appearing over there. If you remember the previous week, then you understand what I have shown you at this area. We were talking about the double bottom. We haven't seen that double bottom. We have seen the breakout, aggressive breakout, because of the Fed. Yeah, so we started to buy up to that area. Now what we can see clearly there is one more move down is left over there. Yeah. So there are a lot of techniques to understand the market. Some traders just use the indicators and rely on their indicators, and trade based on their indicators, yeah, rather than ignoring the price behavior, price action, how price is behaving, yeah, how price is behaving, what price is doing over there, yeah. So for example, this price action was telling us that market not gonna continue to the downside, yeah, or correcting, yeah, uh, falling correctively. So this behavior was appearing over there ahead of Fed rate, the CM. So we were, expecting this breakout during the Fed rate, the CM. Yeah, and after that we bought this pair at this area. Yeah, and the whole wave you can see over there. This whole wave is telling us that this is not the start of the big reversal to the upside. Yeah, the bigger reversal, the reversal we were looking for on the dollar index for longer term. This corrective behavior is telling us that it hasn't started for that yet. Okay, so what you can see, we were talking about that corrective up move the whole week in our group. Yeah, so when this corrective up move was appearing over there, we were waiting for that breakout. So finally we have seen that breakout and we are having continuation formation. So simply you just need to look at the one more move down to the downside. Okay, so this trade setup is basically, basically based on what? Based on the bigger formation I have shown you on daily time frame. Yeah, so this bigger correction is over there. Okay, so if it is going to continue, perfect, let it continue to downside further. Okay, but here we're gonna see the price action, either it is going to continue or going for another up move within that formation, this bigger daily formation. Okay, look like flag, daily flag to the downside. So for next week, you need to pay attention, continuation of this flag to the downside. Yeah, in case if it is going to change the direction, not going to continue to the downside, there is no buy setup at this area. Okay, there is no buy setup at this area. So what it can do, it can form a couple of more candles and then can start to fall again like that. All right, so again can stay into this bigger daily formation from that top. Okay, so why is that? Because this is the bigger daily formation. Okay, bigger daily formation. For complete reversal to the upside, we need to see something special from the bottom. Yeah, something special means that an aggressive impulsive move which not gonna stop at all at the bottom, something like that. So that kind of impulsive move is not going to appear over there on dollar index yet. All right, so what we can do, we can trade for one more move down. If that move is going to continue, we can stay into that trade for up to this bottom or even for further downside, something like that. All right, so here we're going to see the price action. All right, so just imagine if dollar index is going to fall, if dollar index is going to fall, so how many pairs are going to affect from this fall? How many pairs are going to affect from this fall where you can see the dollar? Okay, those pairs going to get started to fall too. Yeah, dollar going to get started to fall across the board if this move is going to happen. Yeah, so what I'm looking for, I'm not looking for a big move to the downside on a dollar index, just one more leg within that structure. Yeah, if that is going to happen aggressively, we can hold that for further to the downside. Okay, that trade. So you need to, this is basically ready to move on. Okay, so look for this to break down. You can put stop behind that. Once you're going to see that it is doing something like that. All right, this move you need to see over there. Already we have seen the impulsive move over there. Okay, put stop behind that. Watch for continuation to the downside and even for further downside. All right, if this is going to happen, euro is going to rise. Okay, so USD cheap is going to fall, USD yen is going to fall. Yeah, Aussie USD is going to rise, New Zealand dollar may correct back within the bigger daily structure. All right, so pound USD can get the top again, can test the top again. All right, so if you understand how dollar index is behaving, even you can understand the 50% market. Yeah, you can understand the 50% market, which way that market, that 50% market gonna go. If you understand this single pair, all right, USD CAD, we may see another move down on USD CAD. All right, so try to understand this pair, and even if you are not trading on DXY, then even use this information to open your trade on other pairs. Okay, how this pair is behaving. Now let's move on to the Euro USD. So one more up leg on Euro USD. If you remember that we were looking for, let me look at the chart first. All right, so watch breakout during the Fed rate, the CM. So we have seen very strong breakout to the downside. That was pretty good, pretty aggressive, and still going to continue. Okay, what formation we were having over there? Another continuation like that. So what formation it is forming over there? Another continuation formation. Okay, so this formation hasn't completed yet. We need to see a couple of more candles to the upside like that. All right, like the way we have seen at this area. Okay, just look at this column. Couple of more candles can form over there. How do we know that couple of more candles can form over there? Yeah, because we know the pattern. So this pattern hasn't completed yet. Okay, so it needs a couple of more times. So once that pattern gonna complete, well, then we're gonna look for this breakout to the downside. Okay, that breakout to the downside. So if this is going to fall, yeah, this is going to fall, what will happen on the dollar index? Dollar index gonna complete the bigger wave, lower degree wave within that formation, yeah, that formation, that wave, and then can start to rise. All right, that move. All right, if this is going to form a couple of more candles like this for the downside, all right, then that move gonna complete, and then DXY gonna start to pick up to the downside. Yeah, once we're gonna see the move to the downside on Euro USD. All right, so that is the bigger formation. The bigger formation we were looking throughout the week. Yeah, we have seen nice breakout. What I said last week, I said we need to see a continuation formation before looking to sell the Euro USD to the downside. Okay, so now this formation is developing on the 4-hour time frame, so we can see that clearly. So that formation needs a couple of more times to continue to the downside. All right, so this is the formation which I was talking last week. All right, this formation is just developing over there. So you all can see that the move we have seen previously is not so aggressive, not so strong. All right, not so strong. So we're gonna monitor this breakout. Yeah, a couple of more candles, and then we're gonna look for this, how this breakout is going to happen. If that breakout is going to happen aggressively to the downside, yeah, so we are having reversal over there on Euro USD for longer term to the downside. Okay, the reversal. So those fellows who are still holding, a couple of my traders are still holding their short from this area. So again, those who are holding their short from this area, you need to see this formation to complete itself. Yeah, look for another entry on this stronger breakout, the way you have done at this area. Let the market continue to the downside. Yeah, so you should be on break even on that trade. Okay, you should be on break even, fellows. So those fellows who are following me on TradingView or on Facebook or on Telegram, if you are holding your short, you should be on break even. Yeah, now you need to look for another continuation formation, and we're gonna look for that move. Okay, if this move is going to happen, other pairs going to get affected. Okay, other pairs which are running against the dollar. Yeah, DXY is also going to get affect, going to get rise. USD CAD may get rise. We may see USD 4-hour continuation formation to the downside. We may see continuation formation on USD. And yeah, so you can understand 50% of the market if you understand the dollar index and Euro USD. All right, so keep an eye for this week. You need to see this breakout. So we were looking to buy in our room when this flag was forming over there. Yeah, so it is not rising aggressively. What it can do, it can form a couple of candles like that. All right, so I think you should not be interested to look for buy at this area. So it was worth taking to buy somewhere here when this impulse was appearing over there or on the breakout. Yeah, so once that flag gonna complete, you need to watch that breakout at this area. Okay, like that, or either from this trend line or somewhere here, wherever. Okay, once you're gonna see this is going to happen over there like that, yeah, you can join that, put your stop behind that, join the market to the downside. Yeah, so upside is limited. I don't think so that it is going to reverse for or going to continue for the upside. So last week I was anticipating one more up move within the symmetrical triangle, but we can see that structure is going to change. Yeah, we have broken down the trend, and we are forming the bigger formation. Okay, so at this area, keep an eye on your 4-hour time frame. Let's move on to the USD chief. Yeah, if you remember the last week I told you we need to look at this short at this area. Okay, so throughout the week we were tracking this pair in our trading room. Yeah, I think the whole week price was staying over there, not going to go above that. Okay, so those fellows who are holding short from that top, move and break even. Those who are not, you need to monitor the lower time frame. Okay. If you are having continuation formation, we have seen a couple of continuation formation on our lower time frame, and a couple of my fellows traders join that. But if you are not, this is the trade we are looking for. Okay, if DXY is going to get down, Euro USD is going to get further upside, or the trend line I have shown you, then we may see move down again up to the bottom. Yeah, so once price gonna hit that bottom, we will see that we are going to break down or not. Yeah, the way we have done at this area, if you remember, the way we have done at this area, at that area. Yeah, so then again we're going to look for price action at the bottom. Let me show you. All right, so we're gonna look for buy again the bottom. Once price gonna pass the bottom. So currently, what we need to look for, some short-term sell. All right, the pattern which I have shown you last week, this formation. All right, this formation, that trade. All right, that trade. So for that trade, you should be into the markets as much high as possible so that you can manage your risk. All right. All right. So some traders look for the continuation formation for the sell somewhere here within these areas. Okay, like that. So this is not worth taking and doesn't make any sense to look for sell. You are selling within this area, bigger structure. So risk gonna carry over there. Yeah. So at this area. Okay. So break above that gonna change the direction. Right at this area. So I don't think so that is going to happen anytime soon. So keep an eye on that top. What you need to look for on lower time frame, we have seen a couple of more continuation formations, and those formations are behaving pretty well. And so we have seen that formation. We were watching that breakout in our room. Yeah, so we were watching that breakout in our room. So those fellows who are not in, if it is going to test that top again, you're gonna be lucky to get another chance to sell. All right. So those fellows who are holding, you need to be safe at least on break even. Okay. So that if it is going to form a new high, then you can take off on break even and then try to get in the market on a better place, better area. All right. So what we need to look for further downside, continuation formation at this area. Okay, like that. All right, and then stronger breakdown to the downside, something like that. Okay, so watch continuation formation. This is a nice trade setup to the downside. Keep an eye. So pound USD is breaking down, but breaking down correctively. Yeah, not doing not showing some aggression, but we are still in this bigger formation. Okay, we need a bigger correction for downside resumption. All right, so what it is doing some corrective moves on lower time frame. All right, so basically this is a bigger weekly structure. We are looking for that move to the downside. What we need to look for next week, those fellows who are still holding their short, if they were following me on the trading view, I hope they are holding their short from that top. If you are holding their short from that top, then you must be on break even and you need to look for further downside. Okay, you can see over there price is exactly reversing from the area we were looking for. All right, so I have updated all my charts over there. I think pound USD at the right time, and it was breaking down. So what you need to look for, we have seen these flags, but these flags are corrective. Now we need to see this kind of flag over there up to that. Okay, so highly likely you're going to see that kind of formation. Why? because this is falling correctively, not falling so aggressively. Yeah, so if this bigger formation is going to happen over there, then the big drop is going to come over there on pound USD. Okay, the big drop is going to come over there on pound USD, that bigger daily formation. Yeah, if you remember the New Zealand dollar, then you understand what I'm talking about. Yeah, if you go back to the previous weekly market outlook, you understand the New Zealand dollar, what I was saying when New Zealand dollar was pushing up. Yeah, so 786 ideal place, reversing so aggressively from that area. So we sold that pair during our in the group in the room when the impulse was appearing over there during the fat rate CM. Yeah, so now that opportunity has gone. Yeah, that opportunity has gone. So if we're gonna see bigger formation at this area, this is going to be a next bigger opportunity to the downside, the way we have taken that opportunity. Okay, but this opportunity gonna be bigger than that. Okay, but currently we are more focused on pound yen. All right, so we are more focused on pound yen. Okay, but you need to see this bigger formation, okay, before looking to hold your trade longer term for downside. Yeah, so we are not looking for, currently we are having this corrective behavior. Okay, this is not so aggressive corrective behavior. All right, so a couple of more like that. Okay, like that. All right, couple of more moves like that. All right, so once you're gonna see that, just simply look for sell once price gonna start to form this formation. Okay, this formation somewhere here at this top or at this top, and look for that breakdown to the downside. Okay, so fellows, those who are holding their short, wherever you are holding their short, you need to move on to the break even. In case if we don't see that it is not going to form that formation and not going to continue to the downside, of course this pair gonna pass this area again. All right, this is the weekly structure, weekly price action area, weekly. All right, so we are not going to buy for that much money. We're going to sell again that top, the way we have done at this area. Yeah, okay, the way we have done at this area when that flag was forming, when this impulse was appearing. All right, so it's similar like that. We're going to wait and watch for the price action at the area, and we're going to look for pound USD downside for longer term. All right, so this flag you need to look for. So we are more focused on these two pairs. Yeah, these two pound pairs, pound yen and pound chief. All right, so why we are more focused on the pound yen? So there are a couple of fundamental changes are going to happen in the Japan. Yeah, so election is going to happen over there in this month. If that election result is going to be positive in the favor of the Abe, that we may see strength on the yen pairs. Okay, and all yen pairs almost are setting up for the big moves. All right, the big moves. So currently we are more focused on the pound yen. What we are looking for this pair to come back at least close to that trend line. Okay, at least if it is not going to test this area, at least that's that trend line. Yeah, so last week, if you remember what I said, we need to see a bigger continuation formation further than upside, then we're gonna look for buy. Yeah, so what we are having over there, we are having nice price action which is just developing for the downside, not for the upside. Okay, for the downside, so we need to look for sell. All right, so also you just need to look at the left side. Yeah, so my traders, they understand what I mean. So what formation we are having at this area. Okay, let me show you example of that so that those who are my followers, they can understand what I'm talking about. Yeah, basically this is a longer term formation for the downside, longer term bearish formation. All right, so I have shown this chart a couple of time ago as well. All right, so the charts I'm showing you, these are the high probabilities trade setup for upcoming days. Okay, I'm not showing you those charts which are not ready to move on. Okay, so this is the pattern formation. Okay, what we are having over there Fed. What we are having, retail traders. Yeah, correction, you can say that. Yeah, so what we were having over there, impulsive move to the upside on USD CAD in lower time frame. Okay, at this area we have seen stronger impulsive move over there because of the news event on the USD on the CAD. Yeah, all right. So basically, this is a bigger continuation formation to the downside. You need to look for that trade. All right, that trade. Now let's move on to the lower time frame. What we can see on lower time frame. All right, so we have seen nice price action, nice impulsive move. So we are already into the sell side from that top. So now we are looking for the change in pattern formation. All right, so we are already in the sell side from that top. I shared that chart in the Telegram. I posted that chart on the TradingView, Telegram, Twitter, Facebook page. Yeah, everywhere I posted that, updated that chart. So high probability trade setup. So nice impulsive move. We are having flag. Flag is breaking down. So we are in the sell. Some of my traders exactly sold this area. Some sold this area. Some sold somewhere here within in these areas. Yeah. So we are tracking this pair throughout the week. Now, what we can see over there, fellows, for next week, those who are not in, first of all, you need to see completion of this move. Yeah, it is look like head and shoulder. You can see that. Yeah, left hand, left shoulder, head, and right shoulder. You can see that. All right, so we are looking for this price action. Okay, at this area. Okay, we are looking for price action at this area. So we are anticipating that formation. Okay, that formation for the downside. All right, so those fellows who understand the Elliott waves, if this is the start of the big fall to the downside, then this is the first impulse. Okay, so this is the first impulse which is just setting up for the downside. All right, this is the first impulse, and that is the second corrective wave which is just developing over there. Okay, for example, like that, 5 moves. All right, so this is the second corrective move which is just developing over there. Yeah, if we are having the start of the big fall, I hope this is the start of the big fall and we're going to see big move to the downside. So those fellows who are following me on the pound yen since a year, they understand how this pair was behaving over there. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3 or ABC move. So currently it is falling correctively or forming a flag. So what we may see another up leg. All right, that up leg. And then drop. All right, so you can call that flat channel, regular flat, or whatever you want to call that, or ABC move, 1, 2, 3, whatever. Okay, this is the pattern formation which may appear over there. Why? Because this is the corrective move. Yeah. Okay, so if so, you need to be into that trade from this area. So we are already into that trade. Now we are looking for continuation to the downside. Okay, so if that C wave or we don't see the flag formation, a flat formation, then what you can do, you can go back to the 15-minute time frame. It is still struggling for the upside. Okay, every time when it is falling and forming flag, just keep selling this pair. All right, so we are doing that. Okay, every time when it is forming that flag, sell. Every time when it is forming that flag, keep selling. Yeah, in case if it is not going to come that area, you should be into that trade. Okay, you should be into that trade if it is going to continue aggressively to the downside. All right, so we are already selling this pair from top. Those who are not in, keep an eye. Okay, so those who understand the structure, who understand the pattern, they understand what I'm talking about. So some fellows were saying on the TradingView when I posted that chart, oh, this is not ready or something like that, not going to fall, change the pattern, or talking something like that. They even haven't got the idea. Yeah. Okay, they haven't got the idea how pattern develops, how pattern change once they complete the formation. Yeah. Okay, so we are still bearish to the downside, so your stop should be outside the previous impulse. Okay, so then you're gonna be safe over there somewhere here. Yeah, at this area you can use that area for stop placement, but it's not going to be risky over there because it can, if it is going to form that, and then it can stop you over and then can continue to the downside. All right, so good luck, fellows. Keep an eye. Pound yen going to be a big driver to the downside in case if it is not following our plan and going to stop us out. Yeah, so we're gonna look for sell again from the top. Upside is limited. The pattern I have shown you that telling us that it is limited for upside. Okay, so currently this is the start. Okay, this is the start of the downside, and now it should continue. Now, if not going to continue from this side, it should continue to the downside. Yeah. Okay, so in case if it is not going to play according to the plan, we still gonna stay bearish on this pair. Alright, let me show you a couple of examples on this chart, how this chart was behaving when we were, we were looking to sell at this area, Pretty good, behaving extremely well over there. Yeah, that move. We were buying this chart at this area. Yeah, so went into the upside, formed that triangle and broken down. We're selling at this area. Okay, so broken down, we were watching price action at the bottom. Yeah, at this area we were buying, we were looking for buying. We haven't got the desired price action over there. We were selling for this market breakdown. We haven't got the desired profit over there, a price action over there. We were looking for sell at this area. A couple of my traders got stopped out over there. We were looking for buy, even we sold at this area as well. I haven't posted that chart over there. We were looking for buy at this area. Price went into that direction. We were selling extremely well. We were looking for buy at this area. If you remember the previous weekly market outlook, then you understand this recent move. So we were selling at this area. I haven't posted that chart on the trading view. Yeah, at this on trading view, but we were selling in our trading room. Yeah. Alright, so again we are selling this chart at this area. Alright, selling this pair. So good luck, fellows. I hope we're gonna get that big move to the downside, even bigger than the previous one. Okay, so if we don't see aggressive fall to the downside, for example, if it is not going to fall impulsively to the downside and we are going to have this kind of move over there, okay, I think this is gonna be enough money for you. Okay, this is going to be enough money. Then we're going to look for the upside. This money going to be enough for you if we are going to have another corrective move to the downside. If we are not having big fall over there or impulsive fall, something like that. Yeah, so I'm more positive on this pair, that this pair gonna fall aggressively. Yeah, if this pair is going to fall something like that aggressively, big money, huge money gonna be over there. So good luck, fellows. Keep an eye. This is the pair we're gonna look for next whole month during the election in the Japan. All right, now let's move on to the others quickly. So euro yen is quite similar like that. You just need to look at this breakout. I have posted that chart. We were tracking this flag in our group, and I posted this flag in the Telegram and on my social site as well. All right, now watch this breakout simply. Yeah, you can sell this area, or even you can sell at this area by putting stop loss behind. Yeah, so that's going to be the risk taking entry. Yeah, in case if it's not going to break out, going to form a couple of more candles, you're going to stop down. Yeah, so risk going to be over there if you are getting in the market before the breakout. Okay, so keep an eye on this flag. If this flag is going to break out, we are having a huge potential on euro yen. Okay, this flag breakout, you can get in the market even before the breakout. Yeah, so up to this area, the target, the first target you can set up to these areas. All right, so watch that breakout. USD yen is not behaving exactly in the same way the way pound yen and euro yen is behaving, but it seems to me one more move down is due on USD yen before going to get a or big move to the upside. All right, this move. I have shown you that move in the last week as well. So we got the break-even trade. So we sold that pair in our trading boom. Yeah, we got the break-even trades. We were looking to sell on the second flag. That flag did not broken down. Okay, so still we may see that move. Yeah, it is dying over there, so it should come down the way it has done over there. Okay, so if you remember that every time when dollar yen was forming new high, what we were looking for, that wave. Okay, now what we are looking for, that wave. Okay, if it is forming couple of more candles for the upside, yeah, that means it is not going to continue for the big move to the upside. Yeah, eventually it's gonna fall to the downside. Okay, so you need to understand when you need to get into the market. Okay, you just simply need to understand the price action, price behavior. Once you're gonna see that it is going to continue to the downside, just get into the market. Okay, so on lower time frame, this is what I'm looking for. You need to see that flag formation. Okay, last time I think we had that one. Yeah, that one, that formation appeared over there and then gone to the upside. So if you remember that, I told you this is the continuation formation. If you go back to the previous week, yeah, I think price was somewhere here at this area, somewhere here. And I told you that this formation may appear over there, and that is the continuation formation for upside. Yeah, so we gonna track the price behavior within this area. The price action appeared over there was impulsive to the upside and was clearly telling us that it is going to continue to the upside. Now, what you need to look for, fellows, for next week, this is forming continuation formation. You need to look for downside. Okay, aggressive downside to the downside. Yeah. So DXY is going to continue. This pair gonna continue to the downside. All right. Okay. So if it is not going to break down, what is next? Where we need to pay attention to go for short early. Yeah. So this pattern formation gonna be over there. Okay. So then you need to look for sell from the top. Yeah. If you are following me on the Telegram, I share that chart when it was forming that flag. Yeah, I told to the followers that look for buy the breakout at this area. So we are still in the corrective uptrend. We are looking for reversal. Yeah, if this flag not gonna break out, this formation. Okay, this formation you need to look for, and then sell from the top. Okay, basically this is a reversal formation. So whenever this kind of formation forms over there, we look for reversal, not for continuation. So look for reversal. All right. So USD CAD is still correcting for the upside. Why it is not falling? Because we have seen a couple of dovish comments from the Bank of Canada, and because of that this pair is not falling. Yeah, so we have to see something special on the dollar index before to see a big fall or a continuation. Not a big fall. Big fall has already completed over there. If you remember that, we are doing pretty good on this pair. We started to sell this pair at this area, sold at this area, selling even within these areas, and within these areas we were selling. Yeah, so even selling at this area. So if you go back to the my channel, then you're gonna see over there I have posted a trade setup over there when this formation was forming. So we sold for that move over there. Yeah, if you even look at the past videos on YouTube, you can understand that we were selling over there. So that was a big move. Did a perfect job for us. Now what we can do over there now, yeah, remember we are developing the reversal formation. Okay, this is a reversal formation for upside reversal. Okay, so the trend is broken. This trend is broken. This trend is broken. Okay, but still it is rising correctively, not rising aggressively, correctively. Okay, so it has to break down for that move. Yeah, if that move gonna be aggressive like that, it can further push the downside within these areas, close to the 18 or 19 somewhere here. But I don't think, right now I don't think so that this pair is gonna close to 118 or 119 or something like that, because oil is hitting close to 60 areas, and the WTI is hitting the 50 areas. 51 areas. So we may see reversal on oil, yeah. And also Bank of Canada is not looking to raise the interest rate very soon, and they are, having some fear from the higher exchange rate. So we may see reversal on the CAD pairs. Okay, in longer term we may see the reversal. So don't look for longer term trade setup on the CAD pairs. Look for reversal on the CAD pairs. Okay, look for reversals on CAD pairs. So we may see short-term trade setup on the USD CAD. Okay, this move may form the double bottom and can get back. Okay, so it is not ready. It is still not ready. So where you need to look for sell. Okay, don't look for buy right. Currently, it is not ready to buy. Yeah, for buy, that was the place. Okay, that was the place when it was forming that flag. That was the buy place. All right, that was the buy place. So currently it is not at the buy place. Okay, where it is at the sell place. So how you can sell? Every time when it is forming new high, you can look for sell. Yeah, every time when it's forming new high, look for sell and let the market come close to the trend line. If it is going to break down, stay into that trade. If it is not going to break down, took your small profit, look for short-term buy and then look for again sell. So this is a daily continuation formation. Every time when it is forming new high, you need to look for sell. You need to look for sell. So we are selling from the high every time when this pair is forming new high in our trading room. All right. So here you're gonna see clearly that it is going to break down. Okay. Here, if it is not going to break down right now, going to get back, then you're gonna see impulsive move at these areas or from these areas. Okay. For that one more move down up to that bottom or even further to the downside. Okay, so what you need to do, fellows, every time when it is forming new high like that, draw a trend line, draw like that trend line, and every time when it is forming new high like that, higher high, yeah, look for sell. Put stop behind that, look for sell. So we watch price action, we don't sell blindly. Okay, so you need to understand the price action before selling. All right, you need to learn how to look at the price action for selling over there. Okay, so if you don't want to sell at that area, you need to look for stronger breakout at this area or stronger breakout from the higher high. When price finish the higher high, you need to see the impulsive move and join that, to stop behind that and look further to the downside. Okay, so that this pair is still to the downside. Look for bearish move, look for breakdown, and then we're gonna look for reversal. New Zealand dollar still going to continue to the downside. Okay, so I have posted update on this pair on the trading view. So yeah, so we were selling this pair from that top. Okay, from that top. So this is the bigger weekly daily formation which we were anticipating breaking down. Last week we were anticipating one more up move. Unfortunately, we didn't get that. So that was good for those who were holding their short from that area, but wasn't good for those who were not there in that short. Yeah, so wasn't good for those who who haven't sold that pair. Okay, so what is next for this week? How we can trade on this pair? So fellows, this pair still can go for another up move back to the top again. Okay, so those who are holding their short, you understand this pair still hasn't finished the correction back to the top. Okay, we may see this formation. Okay, you can call that running flat, expanding flat, regular flat, whatever you want to call that. All right, so simple ABC move. All right, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that move may appear over there. Okay, so for that, those who are holding their short at this area, that is the place you need to watch. This previous bottom. Okay, it can go for another up move from that bottom. So for trade for next week, for continuation, if we don't see any price action at this area, it is not going to continue to the downside. And reversing even, we can look for that short-term sell within that structure, right? And if it is going to continue, perfect for the downside. Yeah, if you are following me, since very long on this pair, we are looking for this pair to show us a big fall to the downside. Okay, let me remove that so you all can see that we are having this formation. Okay, so where you need to be seller, you should not be seller on the breakout. Okay, if you're gonna be seller on the breakout like that, whatever whatever the way you want to draw your trend line, you can do that. Okay, so if you're gonna sell this pair on the breakout, you're gonna suicide over there, yeah. Why? Because we are already coming close to the bottom here, and it can change the formation at this area. So this is not a place to sell the breakout. That is the place you need to look for to sell. All right. So this formation, flag formation, yeah, or you can call that ABC move or whatever you want to call that, yeah, like that. Okay. ABC move and then drop. Okay, whatever you want to call that. But your sell should be somewhere here. Okay, you need to watch the price section at that top and then look for continuation to the downside. If it is going to break out perfect, you need to stay into that trade. Okay, if not, take off. Those who are holding their short, you need to understand that it is going to reverse another up move. Take up your profit, go for short and buy. Then again, we're gonna sell. Yeah, this is the possible formation I'm looking for on daily time frame. If that formation is going to happen over there, then again you're gonna get a chance, all right, for selling this pair from that top. So I got many texts over there on my social side that people are saying that they missed this opportunity. Okay, so we were looking for the big wave to the downside, all right, that wave. So I have explained that in previous weekly market outlook that if this is going to test these areas, yeah, you're gonna get a golden chance or ideal place to sell this pair again. Okay, so if it is going to happen again, we are going to test that top again, you're gonna get another golden chance to sell this pair to the downside. Okay, because Royal Bank of New Zealand, they don't want New Zealand at these areas, at these prices, yeah. So they don't want the New Zealand dollar to rise up to those areas. Okay, so that big move we are looking for to the downside. All right, so up to this area, big move, the way we have seen on the USD CAD. Okay, golden chance gonna be over there again if price test this area again. Good luck, fellows. Now let's move on to the US dollar and Hong Kong dollar. Perfect opportunity, you can say that, on this pair. Yeah, if you are following me on this pair since last 2 or 3 weeks, so we are looking for the opportunity on this pair from this area. If you remember that, I have shown you this opportunity when price was here. Okay, I told you in weekly market outlook that look for that breakout like that. So we got that. Now we are looking for this to continue to the downside. Okay, so how you can trade on this pair, fellows? Huge potential is over there. Although this pair moves slowly, but when this pair moves aggressively, it moves, like that. You can see over there, like that. Okay, so you need to see that trade, this trade. Last week I was showing you somewhere here, so it seems to me that this pair is not going to make up to that area and going to drop before that. If so, then your entry should be somewhere here at this area. Okay, put your entry at this area by linking the price action. So put your stop behind that, or even wherever you want to put your stop loss. Look for that trade first. If it is going to fall something like that, stay into that trade. You need to grab that much potential. Okay, you have to grab that much potential. For grabbing that much potential, you have to stay into that trade. Okay, so staying into that trade means you need to be into that trade for a couple of weeks or even for a couple of months. Okay, so patience. All right, so that big trade, watch top, look for short. So gold is not forming a perfect opportunity for this week, but it is going to go into the way we were looking for. All right, it is going to go into the way we were looking for. All right, so this move. All right, so we're gonna decide at this area either we are having another up leg or going to continue to the downside. Okay, so this small opportunity may appear over there. Okay, if dollar index is going to stop or reverse back, or we may see something special in the world from the North Korea or from the America. Yeah, so gold can surge. Any uncertainty can put the gold back to the top again. Okay, so falling correctively, we need to see a continuation formation, look for that short-term trade, and then again look for buy at this area. Okay, we're gonna watch the price action at that trend line. Okay, this flag formation. All right, so if you remember the last week I told you that you need to see a continuation formation at this area for buy. Okay, there wasn't continuation formation. Even we have seen the 15-minute time frame formation over there for the downside. Now you need to see continuation formation up to that trend line, and then we're going to watch price action for the upside. So that small trade, okay, that small trade, if it is going to break down, that trade can turn into a further medium-term trade to the downside. So USD is not a perfect opportunity for the next week to open a trade. I mean, perfect opportunity means that we need to see a continuation formation for the big wave to the downside like that. All right. Okay, so the pair I have shown you before that, those pairs are ready. So this pair is not ready to trade to the downside. Okay, for that trade, you need to see this formation at this area. So you can look for short-term buy on lower time frame from this area to complete that formation and then go for short. Okay, so if in case it is not going to continue, going to test that top again. Okay, so we are seller for the longer term from that top. So when I posted that chart on TradingView, some traders were talking about that it is not going to turn, it is going to go into that way. Believe me, they haven't got the idea about the formation of the patterns or structures. Yeah, this chart. They were thinking that this pair has returned the uptrend for longer term, regardless of understanding the fundamentals. Yeah, what is going to happen fundamentally into the market. You can see over there. So price is not going above that trend line, still staying within the formation. Okay, so the big move we may see, we are still heading into that direction. So we need to see a continuation formation at this area. Then we will be interested to look for sell again. Yeah. So this is for not those those who are holding their short from this area. Remember we sold that short that pair in the group. In the trading room when Fed was there. Yeah, so still has a lot of time. So you should still into that trade, those who sold at this area. Okay, move and break even, big move. So we need to see a continuation formation at this area for the downside. Okay, so buying for this much of potential, I don't think so it's gonna make any sense, like something like that. Yeah, 15-minute time frame. So better to wait and watch. Once this pair is gonna confirm the bigger formation to the downside, then you need to be interested to look for continuation to the downside. All right. So this short-term trade may appear over there. All right. So also we were looking for that short-term upside into the room. Okay, that flag may appear over there. This flag gonna be the 4-hour flag to the downside. All right. So let this pair form the continuation formation to the downside and then look for further push. So Euro New Zealand dollar looks like setting up for the breakout. Yeah. So it can break and can test that top again. All right. So it seems to me that this pair gonna test that top. All right. So we were selling this pair. So we may see that move. One up more up move, yeah, that flag and then up move, one more up move. All right, so where you need to pay attention at this bottom for the up trade, you need to look for buy somewhere here, not at this area. Okay, so at this area. Okay, so if you remember that we were looking for this pair to hit that trend line, but seems to me that it is not going to do that. So it is going to get up for another leg to the upside. All right, so pay attention at the bottom rather than buying the breakout. Buying the breakout doesn't make any sense. Yeah, at this area, at the bottom for short term. Then we're gonna look for the top, and then we'll decide either this pair is going to get down or not. Okay, so if you remember the idea, the chart I posted over there, that was this. All right, we were looking for something like that or breakdown. Okay, so what it can do, it can go for another up leg. Yeah, so the way I have just explained that, we need to pay attention over there. Okay, so watch price action at this area, what price going to do. Okay, at that area and at this area. All right, so we still may see that move up to that trend line. So this possibility exists over there. So you need to pay attention over the lower at the lower trend line and at the upper trend line. Okay, so short them upside and then sell. We'll see that how New Zealand dollar gonna behave. All right. So oil. So seems to me that oil is setting up for the downside. Yeah. So I hope my traders remember that. I told them that we need to, when it was somewhere here. Yeah. I told them that we're gonna see this candle should close at this area. Yeah, for the downside. So clear strong rejection. So I sold at this area. So I'm holding my short from that area. Let me show you where I sold that here. Where I sold the oil. Yeah, so some of my fellows remember that. Group members, yeah, they remember that when this flag was forming over there. Yeah, I shared that chart in with them. Okay, so I personally managed to sell at this area before even that flag when this impulse was appearing over there. Alright, so we got the breakout, still going to continue, forming flag, still going to continue. Okay, so those who are not into that trade, it's clear strong rejection from the top on oil. And it is forming, it is still not forming the flag, but breaking the trend. Yeah, which trend? This trend. Okay, this trend, what you need to look for, fellows, you need to look for continuation, those fellows who are not in, then start to sell the oil at this area. All right, start to sell the oil at this area. You need to see a continuation formation the way I have just shown you at this area, okay, on lower time frame. So you need to look that continuation. You need to understand that you need to watch that continuation formation on 1 hour time frame, 30-minute or 15-minute. Yeah. Okay, so if the continuation formation is going to appear over there on 50-minute time frame, that means it is going to fall aggressively to the downside. Okay, all right. I mean, you need to see a continuation formation, and you need to understand that formation. Yeah. Okay. Regardless of the time frame. So sometimes we see that 50-minute time frame, you know, for corrections turn into a 4-hour time frame, but still remain into the bigger formation for the previous trend. Okay, so you need to understand that. So we have the example on the here again. Okay, so you need to understand this thing very well. Yeah, so we have this is basically a telegram. Okay, so we were looking for that flag, we sold that. We were looking for another flag, we sold that. That flag broken down but turned into a bigger formation. I think formed somewhere here at this area. That flag on 15-minute time frame, yeah, broken down but turned into a bigger formation. Okay, so this formation was continuation, and this formation is also a continuation on bigger time frame. Okay, so try to understand that. Okay, so watch the continuation formation and sell the oil. So New Zealand chief is not a good opportunity. Cat chief, I hope those fellows who are following me on the YouTube or trading me wherever, you should be into that sell from that top. So my traders are there into that sell. Yeah, I told you keep an eye on this what line. Yeah, when price was testing at this area. If you remember that, okay, and if you don't remember that, go back to the weekly market outlook and watch it over there when price was somewhere here when I was talking about that. Okay, now we have seen nice price action over there at that top on cat chief. Okay, so huge potential gonna be over there. Yeah, oil should drop, USD should rise. Yeah, what Bank of Canada looking for on their foreign exchange rate? They are looking that their currency is overvalued, yeah, and their currency should fall. Okay, so fundamentally we can support the sell on the cat pairs. Okay, All right, so fundamentally we can sell the CAD pairs. So what you need to look for, we have seen nice flag and the flat in our room. Yeah, so we sold this pair at this area and even at that area. So we have seen breakout. We haven't sold this, the breakout. Okay, all right, because it is already testing the trend line. So simply fellows, you just need to watch this formation. Okay, like that. All right, like that. If you're gonna sell this pair without that formation, yeah, you may get trapped over there. Okay, it can go for another up leg, but I don't think so that is going to happen over there. So there is no buy setup on CAD sheet. Don't go for buy. Yeah, you're gonna see small pips. If it is going to rise, you're gonna see small pips. It can rise for a couple of candles. Yeah, but where the longer term trade is going to happen, the longer term trade is going to happen to the downside. Okay, so you need to look for downside rather than for the upside. All right. Okay, so at least you need to watch a 4-hour time frame formation before looking to sell. So we're gonna sell this pair at this area again. Those fellows, those members are holding their short either from this area, this flag, at that top, wherever they're holding. You need to watch another flag and you need to sell again. You need to put more risk over there. You need to be on safe at these entries, okay? And look for that flag to continue to the downside. Okay, if it is going to break down aggressively, huge potential going to be over there. Okay, just remember one thing, and that is when CAD start to fall against the chief, it falls so aggressively. Okay, it's because of the chief. Yeah, chief is a safe haven currency. Whenever people see some uncertainty into the world, where they move, where they put their money, they put their money in the gold, they put their money in the silver, they put their money in the yen, they put their money in the chief. Okay, so uncertainties are also a driver on chief. Okay, if we're gonna see any uncertainty into the world, something like warmongering, which is happening over there right now, yeah, even that can push the CAD shift to the downside strongly, something like that. You can see over there how it falls so aggressively. Yeah, so move gonna be pretty sharp over there. How how this pair rise, it rise correctly, yeah, rise correctly, but when fall something like that, like aggressive moves. Okay, so look for sell, don't look for buy on the CAD sheet. I hope you all gonna get that big move when it's going to happen over there. Okay, so 100 index, UK 100 index, I think already moved, gone. And those who are holding their long on this pair, you just need to look at the upper trend line. That was a pretty good trade, and I hope you fellows still holding that trade. Okay, watch that area. All right, so that area, if it is going to break out the way you have done on the Japanese indices, I think 225. I'll show you that chart as well. Okay, the way you have done over there. Watch that breakout. If that breakout is going to happen, you need to be into that trade. Okay, stay into that trade. Huge potential is going to come over there. So what is happening on the S&P 500? S&P 500 is forming new highs, running close to 2520. Yeah, all other indices are rising. Yeah, why these indices were falling? Because we have seen some bullish momentum on the pound. Pound was rising. Yeah, so pound should fall and this should pick up for further upside. All right, so we still have some more upside on UK 100 index. Okay, so watch that continuation formation at this area and then look for buy over there. Okay, like that. All right, so continuation formation close to that trend line, that's going to be the trade. Okay, so just remember that when you're going to buy that, your stop should be somewhere here. If it is not going to continue, take up, close that trade, buy from the bottom again. Yeah, buy from the bottom again. Momentum going to build for the upside. So those who are holding their trade, look for further upside. Yeah, on UK 100 index and Euro pound. Euro pound is just completing the formation we were looking for. Yeah, so still we are having big move to downside. I think I haven't explained the pound chief. I have to move on to that pair because that pair is also setting up for a nice opportunity. Okay, so still we are going to continue to the downside. Okay, this continuation formation is just developing over there. All right, so that is the place you need to look for the downside. Okay, so I think I posted that chart here. Yeah, this formation still in play, going to do something like that. All right, okay, so pay attention at this area for short, this formation. All right, you can call that flat, running flat, expanding flat, whatever you want to call that. Just simple ABC move, just look at the flat channel and then look for the top to sell on. Okay, so short term buy setup is possible, but not from the current price. And we were talking about that buy setup in our room when price was somewhere here at this area. If my fellows remember that, right? So what it can do, it can go for that another up leg, yeah, for that short term. Right, you can buy that. You can buy that by putting stop loss just behind that. So slightly going to be risky because you are buying within that bigger structure. All right. So once price going to complete that pattern formation, you need to look for sell at this area. The way you have done at this area. The way you have done at this area. The way you have done at this area. Okay. Look for sell further downside. Okay. So big potential going to be over there. Now let me look at the pound chief. Pound chief was also forming a nice opportunity. Then we're going to move on to the other pairs. Pound chief. All right. So those who are holding their short of the pound chief, now it's a matter of time and matter of patience. You need to be patient. Let the market further push to the downside. And this is the way we are looking for. I'm gonna give you good profit. Okay, that move we are looking for. Nice price action we have seen over there. Looks like it is setting up for the downside. Yeah, what cat chief is doing? Cat chief is look like reversing what Uzi chief is doing, reversing what New Zealand chief doing, reversing falling. Yeah, what pound chief is doing, reversing from that top. Okay, now it should continue to the downside. So what formation we have seen over there? Flag. Okay, that flag broken down. So what formation we have seen over there? Flag. That flag turned into a couple of more formations that we were tracking that formation in our training room. Yeah, a trading room. So we have seen that symmetrical triangle. So my trader sold this area. So still holding that short. Couple of sold at this area. Sold at this area. All right. So those who are not into that trade, this is not a place to look for sell for you. Okay, you need to see that further continuation to the downside first, or completion of that impulse. Then you need to watch a continuation formation. Then they're going to be the trade setup for you, those who are not in. Okay, so those who are still into that sell, move on break even, stay in. Now let the market move on to your in the way we are looking for. Okay, so every time you're gonna see it is moving with continuation formation. Okay, so let the market complete that impulse at this area, and once gonna be pulled back, then you need to be interested to look for sell. Yeah, so currently we are still in possible pattern change in formation. Yeah, so it can turn that formation into another like flat. So that possibility still exists over there. Yeah, so that is the impulse we are looking for to complete itself. All right, that impulse. Okay, so if you don't want to wait for that much longer time, then simply go back to your chart and look for this breakout. Okay, look for this breakout to the downside. All right, this breakout, something like that. All right, sell, put stop behind that. If it is going to continue, perfect. All right, you are in a good place. Okay, but we sold this pair from that top. All right, so you are selling slightly late over there. All right, so what formation we may see? That formation. Okay, that formation we may see, or we may see reversal channel, but I'm not talking about that formation right now. Okay, so this formation we will see over there. If so, then you're going to get another chance to sell that pair at this area. But what you need to look for, those who are already in, continuation. Okay, those who are not into that trade, what you need to look for, breakout that. Okay, so I'm not interested to go for that much buy. Yeah, this is, you know, possible, but not making sense to go for that much buy, or you know, if it is going to happen, then going to be perfect for those who are not into the sell side. Okay, right? So look at this breakout at this area. Okay, and completion of that impulse. Next formation, this formation, then draw. All right, now let's move on to the next. So we are having a couple of more, and time is a couple of more pairs, and time is just running very fast. And also, you know, I'm explaining with so much details because we are having new fellows, many new fellows, so they need to understand before taking risk on their account. Okay, so one more up move, move down may appear over there. Yeah, this flag. Look for this continuation to the downside. My traders are already into that trade from that top by putting stop loss behind, but now you need to look for continuation to the downside. Yeah, that move, that trade, if it is going to be aggressive, stay into that trade. If it's not, it is not, then we're going to look for continuation to the upside. All right, continuation to the upside, like that flat channel, or running flat, or regular flat, whatever you want to call that, and you can call that. Yeah, all right, so flat channel like that. All right, so flat channel like that, then upside. Right, so this trade we can look for. All right, so pound CAD is also not ready to trade right now because it is, you know, just developing the formation. All right, just developing the formation, either for the upside or for the downside. Okay, so we're gonna wait on the pound CAD to trade. All right, so pound New Zealand dollar, similar like the pound CAD. Okay, gold, get ready for a big move to the upside on the gold. Okay, so it seems to me that gold is going to test the 15 area again. If gold is going to test the 15 area again, that's gonna be the perfect opportunity to go for long again, the way we have done at this area. Okay, so it seems to me that this is going to happen. Okay, if so, keep an eye at these lows. Yeah, again on the silver opportunity. Of course, you can look for that short-term sell, and I hope some of you fellows are already into that trade, because last week I have shown you the flag and breakdown. That flag form broken down and still going to continue. Yeah, so when you are trading on the silver, you need to keep an eye on the gold as well. Yeah, how gold behaves. All right, that flag broken down. Okay, still going to continue. Watch this formation, and you can look for short-term sell. Slightly going to be aggressive because you are already selling at the top, at the bottom. But when we're going to see that this is going to hit the bottom, just look for buy. All right, keep long trades open at the bottom. All right, the way we have done at this area. Okay, so we just need to look for buy close to 1550 or something like that within those areas. Okay, because it is spiking back from the bottom so aggressively. All right, so opportunity, you can hold that for longer term, this opportunity. All right, so within these areas. All right, currently it is forming continuation formation, one more leg down, like that. Okay, when this formation was forming over there, one more leg down. So we may look for sell for that short-term trade, but slightly going to be risky. Okay, weekly is showing even further this area. I mean beyond this area. Weekly is showing that silver is going to hit the 14 area or 13 area or something like that. Okay, but better to look for buy as every time when silver is going to close to the bottom. Okay, Uzi Chief, just keep selling the Uzi Chief from the top. We are at the weekly top. You just need to look at the sell. Watch continuation, look for sell. Okay, whatever the time frame is, lower time frame. So those who are holding their short, you need to show some more patience. Okay, because your target should be that area. You need to show some more patience. All right, so see into that trade. Those who are not, watch continuation and sell. Euro Chief, I think EuroCAD, yeah. EuroCAD started to rise so aggressively from the bottom. Yeah, so this wave can complete over there. Yeah, this is not at a good place to go for buy. Okay, so currently we are holding or staying away from the EuroCAD. So buy opportunity was there at this area. So if anyone took that, you need to stay into that trade for further upside. Okay, so completion at this area, this formation we are looking for. So we call that wedge. All right, so Euro Chief. I told you last week we need to see a continuation formation. So continuation formation is just developing over there, fellows. So huge potential on Euro Chief. All right, that potential. All right, that much potential we can see over there. So look for sell this breakout. Very easy. So better to look for sell somewhere here at this area rather than the breakout. All right, every time when price is just forming new high, yeah, at this area, and put your stop wherever you want, behind that or wherever you want. So that breakout, okay, something like that, aggressively. So this pair gonna get down, gonna get fall. Keep an eye on that breakout. CAD yen is not an ideal opportunity to go for short because it is falling correctively. Yeah, so last week we have seen flag. Yeah, that move. Yeah, if at any place it is going to fall so aggressively, just join for the downside because we are having some fundamental, fundamentals, fundamentally, self, or you can say that fundamental support to sell the CAD. All right. So if it is going to fall aggressively, you can sell, you can join at any time. So currently, what I can see that on lower time frame, I can see that it is falling correctively. Yeah, not so aggressively. Okay, so it can get back to the top again. All right, it can get back to the top again, falling correctively. Yeah. If we're gonna see another flag, put stop behind that, look for this trade. Okay, so slightly gonna be risky because you are selling within this corrective area. Okay, within this corrective area, what it can do, it can go for another up move like that. Okay, that move. So if so, every time it is just surging to the top, look for sell. All right, so New Zealand yen, similar like the CAD yen, look for further downside. Okay, so yen pair is going to be crucial for the October. We are having election in the Japan. Yeah, so yen gonna be under consideration for the whole month. Okay, so that move, it is, I think, already breaking. Yeah, if it is not going to break up, not going to continue, what you need to look for, just simply look for another leg up and then this leg. Okay, I don't think so we're gonna see the continuation for upside, that move. Okay, so look for sell. I don't think so that is going to continue for upside. So we have broken down the trend, so we need to look for sell. We need to look for the bottom again. Uzi yen is not an ideal pair to go for short. Yeah, so we may see that move, fellows. That move. Okay, CAD yen drop, New Zealand yen drop, Uzi yen drop. All right, pound yen drop, euro yen drop. All right, so Uzi CAD, euro Uzi dollar is not ready to do anything, but keep an eye on this pair. Okay, this pair is going to be interesting for next week. Yeah, because all CAD pairs are going to be interesting in coming weeks. All right, so we are already into the buy side. Some of my trades are into the buy side at this area. Some board at this area because we have spoken about this pair in so much detail in our room. Okay, so if it is going to form that formation at this area, look for buy. Okay, look for buy by putting your stop behind that or wherever you want that. Yeah, so it seems to me that it is going to get back to the corrective areas. All right, going to form this formation. All right, so this formation I'm looking for because of the CAD, not the Aussie dollar. All right, this formation. Okay, so watch the bottom. So Aussie New Zealand dollar developing the continuation formation. All right, so one more up leg and then look for drop. Okay, that one more up leg and then drop. ABC move, flat channel and then drop. You can look at that on lower time frame. We are running out of time and I think I have to finish this quickly because we are still having, you know, cryptocurrencies left over there. So let me look at the USD ZAR, this pair. Yeah, nice opportunity. This move you need to look for next week. Okay, that move. All right, so it is already setting up for the continuation formation. Look for that breakout. Okay, simply look for continuation to the downside. All right, that continuation formation and that breakout. So a couple of more candles were appear over there, but that doesn't mean we are having changing direction on the USD. Yeah, so that big move to the downside. Nice pair. So let's look at the S&P 500. I don't think so. S&P 500 is ready to trade, and all other indices are ready to trade. Yeah, S&P 500 still surging. There is no buy, no sell. Yes, still surging. So selling against the trend is so risky. What you can do within these kind of scenarios, you can only buy on the pullback, buy, pullback, buy, pullback, buy. And if you're gonna start to sell, yeah, you're gonna start to sell, you may have a lot of bad trades over there. A lot of bad trades. Yeah, many times you'll get stopped out. So look for buy every time. It is just pulling back, look for buy. So last week we were anticipating continuation formation and that drop. We haven't seen strong price action at that top, and price is just forming new high. So I'm still thinking that we're gonna see the pullback within that channel. Yeah. So but selling the S&P 500 at the higher high or when it is forming new highs doesn't make any sense. Okay, let it rise. You can even buy on lower time frame every time when it is pulling back on 15-minute time frame. So Nasdaq 100 index did not hit the ideal place for upside. Yeah. All right. So if it is going to hit this bottom, that trade. Okay, that trade. All right, this pattern formation you can see over there look like it is developing for that pattern to the upside. All right, so a couple of more days required to go for long. So Euro 50, you can look for buy. The big move, the move we're anticipating that gonna start. Unfortunately, we haven't seen the one more leg down and it is started to rise. So watch continuation on lower time frame, look for buy. Still rising. Okay, watch continuation, buy. I think last week I have told you as well, watch continuation and buy. Yeah, so watch continuation on lower time frame, buy. We still have room, more room. So the trend is just begun. Watch continuation at that top and look for buy. The trend is so strong. And same here. I haven't drawn my structure. So same here, short term, watch continuation, buy. So this is breaking down. I don't think so. There is another opportunity to go for short at the current price. Those who are holding their short, you just need to keep your trade for further downside. Yeah, watch another continuation and go for down. So you should be into that sell from that top. You just need to look for that breakout for further downside. So we still have more potential on this. It can further push the downside. Keep an eye. And now let's look at the sugar. So a couple of my traders holding short on sugar. So watch this area. Okay, it is already setting up for the reversal. Yeah, one more up move. So those who sold at this area, take off and then let the price come close to that top. Again, we're gonna look for sell. All right. from that top. Okay, so let's move on to the cryptocurrencies. Because people love to trade on the cryptocurrencies. Okay, so Bitcoin is not pulling back up to the 786 area, still rising. You can see over there, still rising, but not rising like that. Alright, not rising like that. Stock was pretty good, but not rising like that, rising correctively. Okay, rising correctively. So what it can do, it can go for another leg down. So short term sell. Okay, and then we're gonna look for buy again close to that trend line or close to this 786 area that impulse. So buy, short term sell, and then look for buy. Breakdown. Look for breakdown of that corrective uptrend. Similar here. Look for corrective breakout of that corrective uptrend, and then this breakout. Yeah, lower time frame you can see. All right, so similar here, one more leg down, and then look for buy close to the trend line. Okay, so patterns are pretty clear on cryptocurrencies. You all can see that. One more move down, and then look for buy. Okay, similar like the previous week. I think we haven't seen big change on the cryptocurrencies. All right, so one more move down, and then up close to that trend line. All right, so Ethereum, similar like that. One more move down. Why? Why one more move down? Because it is not rising aggressively. It is rising correctively, and recently we have seen strong fall from that top. Okay, so that trend still can continue. So stronger breakout. You can even look for that short-term sell, and then look for buy close to that trend line. All right, so XRP, you should be buyer at the bottom, not at the current price. Okay, at this area. Okay, so you can call that support or whatever you want to call that. Okay, but you can see over there it is forming the triangle and breaking out, forming the triangle and breaking out. Okay, so it is just extending by close to the bottom at this area. Okay, and then look for that aggressive like that breakout. All right, so let's move on to the Internet of People. There is no more trade set up on this pair. Yeah, I think now you can look for a short. The buy setup is about to complete it over there. So last week I have shown you this flag formation. Let me open that chart. I think here we got that. This formation, this corrective formation, and told you that look for sell close to that trend line if you remember. Yeah, and this was happening over there. So this pair came close to the trend line and then bounced back. Yeah, so that was pretty good. Completed the move. So I think you should take off your profit. Now you need to look for sell. It is forming the high, the top. Now look for sell. Okay, back to that trend line. I don't think so this pair gonna go far away. Alright, so look for sell from that top. So others are not moving. This is not moving, still staying at the bottom. So look for buy. Add token. It is already at the cheapest price. So 900 is the cheapest price. So it can spike back at any time. You can. It is very cheap. You can see over there. I don't think so. This gonna go beyond the zero. So something like 4 cents per coin at the moment. Add token is something like 0.04 cent per token. This, yeah, so spikes can happen over there very aggressively. All right, so keep an eye at the bottom. Yeah, so you need to understand that where I'm talking about. You can see over there sitting close to these areas, sitting. So look for buy at the bottom. And I think enough for on tokens. Enough, yeah? We are already spent a lot of time. Any question? Any question, fellows? Let me look at the chat box or what you're saying over there, fellows. Thanks for doing these great videos. Thank you very much, my players. Yeah, you can join us every Sunday at 5 p.m. All right, so okay, so for anything you can go back to the website, or even you can follow me on Telegram. Just join me on Telegram. Yeah, follow me on Twitter. Yeah, follow me on Twitter. Follow me on page on a Facebook page. Follow me on my Facebook page and Facebook ID, and even you can follow me on TradingView. Thank you very much for being with me, fellows. I hope you learned a lot of things in this session, in this weekly market outlook, and I hope you're gonna get the trade setup. The trade setup I have shown you, you're gonna get good money within those setups. Okay, so just remember one thing, one lesson, and that is after opening your trade, you need to give time to your trade so that trade can move into your favor. Yeah, opening, closing, opening, closing. Opening, closing means that you are confused. You don't have the confidence to hold your trade. All right, you are not ready for that. Okay, so patience is the key to take the profit off from these markets. Okay, so have a good Sunday. Enjoy your Sunday, and we'll see you back, those who are member into the group, tomorrow, and of course we'll see you back into the next weekly meeting. Bye bye.